Hey guys, this is Sil from the Book Biographies. I am back with a new video for you today after so long of not uploading a new video. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, but I'm back now. So yeah, what has been happening with me? Well, so many things have been happening during these 2 weeks, and I moved out from my aunt's place where I went to college, and I moved back home. I experienced 2 new hurricanes, or 3, I don't know how many were there, and the power went out at that time. It was chaotic as heck. I haven't been reading a lot. I have been watching and rewatching TV shows, which I think get my attention more fully right now. So I'm doing that. I'm rewatching One Piece. Those 900 episodes. Okay, not 900. I'm not rewatching the whole thing. I am just going to get to some key arcs that I have been wanting to rewatch for some time, because I didn't remember a lot of stuff, because when I first watched One Piece, I was in middle school, so it was like a long time ago, and that was the only time I watched it. So I am reliving some things, relearning the story again. So I'm happy rewatching it. And I also watched for the first time Gilmore Girls, which I haven't watched before, because I wanted to meet Jess Mariano, and I know he's like the baddest boy in the whole world, and everyone loves his relationship with Rory, so I had to meet him, and I did. And I got to season 3 where they finally get together, and I thought, well, this is it. I'm okay living this right here, because I know how this ends. I know they are not together at the end, so I'm okay thinking and keeping their memory inside me like that, like perfect, kissing everywhere in town and being happy. So I don't need to see the whole breakup and heartbroken scenes. So that's a little update of what has been going on with my life. But this new video is all about fake dating romance books. It's one of my all-time favorite tropes. It's so intense, and I love all the emotions it brings out in every single one of us. Like, I love how everything starts in a far relationship. Like, they think their feelings are fake, they think that they won't fall in love, and they get to be wrong at the end. So I am going to talk about 5 books that I love and adore and highly recommend. If you love fake dating, you have to read these books, because they're so good and you're going to enjoy them. First on the list is a newly released one. It came out in September, I think. It's by Mimi Grace. It's Make a Scene. It's her new book, and it's wonderful. I read it a while ago, a couple months ago, and I love the cover, and it literally tells you everything that's going to be inside. Like, it's so cute, it's adorable, it's pink as heck. If you love all of that I've been saying, you're gonna love this book. And it has a fake dating trope. Like, it's a foodie romance. The heroine, Rita, is a baker and she loves baking, but her cousin is getting married to her ex-boyfriend, so she's not very keen on going to the wedding, but she has to keep face to her whole family, to her family. So she's going to go, but she needs a fake date. Like, she needs a fake boyfriend, and she enlists the help of the guy next door, the one who has like a gym, like a box gym next door to her bakery, whose name is Duncan. And they have a little something at first, because his team at the boxing gym keeps getting her parking spaces, so her bakers are not happy with that. So they get into a little something at the beginning, but then she's like, I am going to give you half my spaces if you fake date me. and that's a go. So all the date scenes are super cute, and I love how Mimi Grace like instantly gets you into this mood of sweetness and warmth, and it's really good romance. Also, I really love when romance books give you like a very epic friend group. Like, I know I've read some books that as soon as the love interest is introduced, as soon as the two characters who are going to be a couple are introduced to each other, like their friends are instantly forgotten. So I'm always left feeling so weird out, because if I finally got together with this guy that I have wanted for so long, or like I've been liking him for a while now, I am definitely going to be texting my friends like, hey, and doing all those all cap responses, because I am that emotional with everything. I always find it very weird that the main characters instantly forget their best friends or their group friend whenever they have a new relationship. So I'm very pleased with Make a Scene, because their friend groups are epic and they're so good. The second book I'm going to talk about today is Will You Be Mine by Real C. Adams. Real C. Adams is one of my all-time favorite authors. I started reading her books this year, and I think this very one is the first book I read. At one time while I was scrolling Twitter, I found this cover because Real C just revamped her whole series. So she was re-releasing the books with new covers. So I saw this one and I became obsessed. Like, I was so excited to read this one, so I did read it. And it's a best friends to lovers fake dating romance where a wedding is involved, and the main character needs a fake boyfriend because her sort of crush is getting married, so she has to be strong, go to the wedding with someone new. And she decides to ask her best friend to fake date her, but her best friend has been in love with her for so long, like for 3 or 4 years or something like that, and everyone knows it, except her. So that's a wild ride, but I love Real C's writing, and I am in love when authors write short chapters. So like there's only like 2 pages of a chapter, and I go really fast when it happens, because sometimes authors just write really long chapters with 20 pages, and I'm like, what's the necessity of doing that? It's just going to make me not want to read this book. So that's why I love, like, that's one of the things why I love Real C. Adams. She writes really fast and short chapters, and they are so enthralling and beautiful, and I love the tropes she always uses. So this is Will You Be Mine by Real C. Adams. I highly recommend getting her newer titles. They're so good, but I also recommend this series because it's all about siblings and they finding their happily ever afters. So next is Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibera. Talia is huge. I love her books. They're so fun. They make me so emotional too. She writes really great relationship development, and I love how she concludes the stories always. And this one is superb. Had such a fun time reading this novel, and there's a reason why it's everywhere, and it's now like one of the nominations, like it's a nominee for the Goodreads Choice Awards, or I don't know what, yeah, Goodreads Choice Awards for this year. And there's a reason for that, because it's so good, and I truly highly recommend it if you have not read it. So Danny asked the universe to send her friends with benefits, like someone to fuck, please. She wants someone to fuck. And the universe delivers, and his name is Saf, and he is a security guard at her college, at where she works at a college, and he's very grumpy and broody, and I think he's a former rugby star or athlete. And yeah, they are fun and they are super hot, and truly everything happens because people like filmed them when Staff was holding her like in a princess hole, and he was running out of this building and everyone started filming them and it became viral. So because of that, a lot of people began to ship them online, and because of that, Saf got some opportunities, job opportunities or charity opportunities. So he needed to fake date Danny for them to work out, I guess. Like, it was a plus to the opportunity, and yeah, so they fake date and it's wonderful. Like, they have so much good chemistry. The attraction is very there at the very beginning, and Talia's writing is always superb, and I highly recommend always getting a Talia book. If you're not sure, go for the Talia book. So next is Act Like It by Lucy Parker. Lucy is one of my favorite authors, and this is one of my favorite books. It's a fake dating theater sort of romance, and it has hate to love because these two actors hate each other, but they have to fake date. So his reputation like goes up because she's like the good girl of theater and he's like the bad boy. So he needs her for his image to get better, and so their agents or their agency or someone decides for them to fake date, and they do, and they fall in love, and it's wonderful because Lucy Parker knows how to write romances. I swear to God, like, they're so good. And yeah, like, that's it. Like, she has a very grumpy cat too, if you're into grumpy cats. Lucy Parker just knows how to bring laughs out of you and bring tears and bring swoons, and she brings out everything in you, and by the end of every book of hers you're like a hot mess. Like, you don't know how to continue to keep reading books because they have ruined you. And yeah, that's my experience. I'm just telling you all how it is. But yeah, it's Act Like It. My other favorite Lucy Parker book, it doesn't have anything to do with this video, but I'm just going to tell you. You have not read Pretty Face, you have to read Pretty Face. It doesn't have a fake relationship, it just has age gap, and I think they also kind of hate each other. And he is a director and she's an actress, and they work together, but he's like very much older and she's very young, and it's wonderful. Like, this is my favorite, one of my favorite books, and I reread it every year. Like, I actually want to reread it now that I picked it up. So good. These two books are epic, but this has fake relationships, so this fits the video. And last but not least, I have The Queen's Game by Carla de Guzman, and it's a royal romance with fake dating, and we have a wild child princess. Her father just died, and she is going to be queen, and her aunt needs her to be proper because she has been very wild, and she needs to calm down for a bit for her to be queen. So her aunt says, like, why not fake date this handsome, cute, shy guy who has done nothing wrong from this other kingdom. He is the prince of another kingdom. So they do. They're also like, I don't know if they're childhood friends, but they've known each other for so long, and yeah, they know each other, and they fake date. So he knows everything she likes, and he knows everything that will make her feel safe and warm and content. So that's a very good thing. and I love the relationship. It's also really sexy. I didn't expect that, but it is, and it's one of my favorite books. And if you love royal romances, who doesn't love royal romances? You are going to enjoy this one very, very much, because I love the main character and I love this love interest. And I love Carla de Guzman's writing. She just released Sweet on You, which is a Christmas romance, and I loved it. It's also like a foodie romance. I don't know if you, do you all want me to do a video on foodie romances? Because I love foodie romances, especially baking romances. Like, I love bakers in romances because I get so hungry every single time I read a baking romance. And I have a lot, like I just mentioned 2 in this video, which I can get you a lot more. If you love foodie romances, just tell me, okay? So yeah, this is the end of this video, and if you like it, please subscribe to get more content. I promise I'm going to give you more content. I get a little slow and a little lazy, I'm sorry. But yeah, I have all the recommendations for you. You know it, I read everything, so you get all the good recommendations and know what to read and what not to read. And yeah, I'll see you the next time, guys. Bye. Thank you for watching.